Cincinnati Bearcats on SI reporter Russ Heltman here with UC Veteran Center now. I think I can use that term as Gavin Gerhardt gets ready to fire up his 4th year as the starting center here at Cincinnati. Gavin, just your 5th spring here in the program, 4th as a projected starter first that sophomore year, but obviously entrenched since then.
Yeah.
Just does it feel like riding a bike getting out here for spring ball this time around?
Yeah, and you're not taking as many reps as everybody else because they try to take it a little easy on me because I think I got the hang of the offense pretty well and trying to take care of my body. I mean, it's little things here and there, little movements that kind of ache my body a little bit, but it feels like riding a bike somewhat.
At this point in your career, are you pretty in sync with Coach Cardwell about when something's maybe aching a little bit more, taking a break here or there, just being on the same page with needing some rest here or there?
I mean, yeah, but he knows I don't need as many reps as I need to really help coach the young guys and really tell them how the scheme works and how we run things, and just be a vocal leader like I've been. And that's really the big part of this offseason. Just making sure I carry that, pass that on to somebody like Evan Tangasol, who, when I'm done here after this season, we need somebody that's going to take over what I do and be a vocal leader for the team, possibly a team captain and whatnot, So it's kind of those aspects. Yeah.
How have you kind of mixed in not only the leadership, but like you just said, trying to coach some guys on the side, I'm sure. How do you find that balance of not overstepping into what Coach Cardwell's doing, but also trying to make sure that guys are as locked in and as up to speed as possible?
I think it helps with the meetings. I know what he wants in a meeting, so I can have extra meetings with the guys. I know how the scheme works. I know if it's a different look. And right now we're not game playing. We're going against our defense, the base that we are running this offense against. So it's pretty easy to have meetings with those guys. But when it comes to encouraging them and leading them in a way, I just try and be like the guys before me that led me when I was a young guy. So it's just like Dylan O'Quinn and those guys. I try to just push the guys along, show them what it really takes. Like when I'm out there, I'm giving it full go during my 10 or so plays of practice. So in those ways.
UC center Gavin Gerhardt joining me, Russ Heltman of Cincinnati Bearcats on SI. So Gavin, obviously you're going into this season with a whole new look on the offensive line besides you, essentially you and DeAndre coming back on that front, but you got 2 new guys likely alongside you after having Luke Andra and D'Artagnan Tinsley last year. How much of a difference is there with that? Is there a massive kind of learning curve to learn the tendencies in the phone booth with those 2 other guys, or is it pretty quick?
It's pretty quick because Taryn came in from Ball State, and Taryn's going to be one heck of a player for us. He came in. We knew that as soon as he came in, he was going to be able to play for us. He has a lot of leadership qualities about him. He's an older guy when it comes to football. He's played a lot of football there. He picks up the scheme really well. So bringing him in, we knew it'd be easy. And then Evan, we'll have a couple guys sprinkled in there with those 2 too. But Evan got a good amount of reps last year. That's a guy where I have to pass on my knowledge of the system to him, in case something was to happen to me or, for next season, we don't know who that center will be. But either one of those guys, they've been both doing really well so far.
What do you think's been the quickest thing that the whole offensive line group, kind of younger guys underneath you, have picked up on? And what's maybe the more difficult aspect of the scheme that's harder to pick up on?
I would say a lot of them realize the speed at which we need to come off the ball and really trying to reach the defenders in some cases, and really differentiating the difference between inside zone, outside zone.
Yeah.
But some of them do need to continue to develop, learning the difference. The younger guys like Cray and Jeremiah and Zach Taylor, those guys, it's going to take a while. Like it took me a while it was a different offense when I was a freshman, but trying to understand the difference of the speed of football when it comes to college. So noticing the difference is the speed of which the game is played, and probably the difference between inside zone, outside zone.
I asked Coach Sat this last week, I think it was, just when he goes back and reevaluates the offense, obviously there's some tweaks season to season. How much of a difference does that make with the offensive line assignments in your guys' scheme? Is there a big change? Does Coach Cardwell have to kind of react off of what Coach Sat changes, or is it mostly the language and everything stayed pretty much the same?
The language stays about the same. I mean, there's obviously different pass concepts, but as long as the lines of the way we protect it and everything, that's just for an example, pass protection. We do the same. He taught us a strike system before last season that helped us a lot in the pass protection. If you could tell by watching the games, for example, John Williams, that helped us a lot. So, it's the pass protection, the way I call it, the way we do it, it's about the same. Now, obviously, concepts are changed up on the back end, but For the most part, it stays about the same.
Do you have any FOMO of John and D'Artagnan going through the NFL process right now and coming back? And I've seen them at practice a few times. They're sticking around, and they're, I'm sure, telling you all about what's going on.
We talk regular. We have a group chat. It's me, Kendra, Don, DT, and John, and it's a AAA retirement club, and they put me in there because they always make fun of me because they're getting on me hard when it's, I don't know, I'm taking 10 reps, and they're saying, they're like, well, you're pretty much doing the same thing I'm doing, and I'm not even on the team anymore. But no, I wouldn't say I have any FOMO towards anything. I'm excited for that chance when I get it. I was ready for it this year if it was my time to go, but with all them guys leaving, I couldn't leave this team. We got a lot of goals and aspirations for this season, and with 4 new guys probably playing out there next to me, I can't leave this team hanging dry like that. So
loyal Bearcat statement right there. I know Gavin fans are very excited
to
have you back, and you are excited to get back out there on the field.
Sure.
Gavin Gerhardt, everybody, UC Center.